Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Big Hawk, and welcome back to another edition of my Perspective Podcast. He said, she said edition. Our guest host, the lovely Miss Sabrina Durr. Sabrina, give me your handles again. I couldn't remember from last week, so talk to him again this week.
Okay, my TikTok is Sabrina Durr 613. Instagram is Lady of Virtue _16. And Facebook is Virtuous Durr.
Man, we're so happy to have y'all again from a week. Super excited about the recap. Recap, for those who don't know, is Ms. Durr gonna get her perspective on my perspective. And we're gonna have a little banter back and forth. And hope you can grasp some good insight and a different way of seeing things. Maybe to change your views, maybe to change your relationship. If not, no harm, no foul. Because at the end of the day, it's just our perspective. With that being said, we're gonna get started. Miss Sabrina, how you been doing?
I've been good. How have you been?
Man, it's been a tough week, but we in slow motion, but we getting it. We getting it. No
That's
complaints.
good.
But
That's
don't
good.
keep on the right.
Right, exactly.
That's it. So this week video I released this week on my perspective podcast for the 1%. Basically, I was talking about developing the mindset of the 1%. And that came to me. I didn't discover anything. It came to me because I just pay attention to successful people, right? You look at whether it's business owners, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, these football and basketball owners, how successful they are monetarily and just all the endeavors, everything they touch seem to turn to gold. Look at the athletes. Michael Jordan, he's iconic. Everything he touched seemed to turn to gold. LeBron James, so on and so forth. Steph Curry, you name it. The rapper, entertainer, the elite of the elite. Everything they do, they never miss. They always, well, it seems they never miss. I say that. Everything they touch is mostly successful. I just begin to think like, why don't we, or why can't we apply these principles of this mindset, or this more accomplished to relationships? Because at the heart of my perspective podcast, that's the goal, is to better relationships and to get each other to see that we need one another and that we are more alike than we are different, even though we have our differences. So when I look at successful people, no matter who it is, entertainers, business owners, preachers, no matter who, successful people do a certain set of things and they don't change. They got a certain routine, a certain skill set they develop, or they adhere to, and they don't deviate from it. And they are successful more times than they are not successful. Whereas us common folk and the people who just live, working everyday middle class people, like, no, I ain't knocking nobody because I'm a part of the middle class. What I'm saying is people who just live in the everyday hustle and bustle. It seems like we always going one step forward, two steps back. And just speaking for myself, I know personally, when I'm not consistent, I have no success. But when I'm consistent at something, I have much more success. And when I have my blinders on, I achieve even greater success. So I pay attention to three things. Three people I'm gonna say. Three people. Jeff Bezos, Michael Jordan, really them two people, but then I'm gonna throw in Bill Gates. All three of these people went through divorce. But in every one of these people I just named, right?
Mm-hmm.
They suffered great divorces. I mean, woman took half, but they didn't take half. The men gave them half. They didn't even argue with them. They gave them half with everything they worked for because they helped them along the way, right? They didn't argue. They didn't have no bad divorce. But the guys after the divorce, they kept ascending. The men kept ascending. They didn't lose anything, but what we thought they lost, it didn't stop them. They kept ascending. Michael Jordan was a multimillionaire when he divorced. Yeah, he cooking half of everything. Made Cookie instantly multimillionaire, 9-figure millionaire, just by the divorce. But
Cookie or Juanita? Who was he married to?
Juanita, I apologize. I'm glad
Okay.
you checked. That's Magic Wife. That's Magic Wife.
Okay, Juanita.
Juanita, he instantly made Juanita, and she earned it because she put up with him for all those years. No argument with that. However, she became a 9-figure multimillionaire after the divorce. So you would think, shit, Michael Jordan, doom, man, he messed up. Michael Jordan is now, after 20 years or however long it's been since he divorced Juanita, he's worth $4 billion. After the divorce, after half is gone, he's worth $4 million. Jeff Bezos, same thing. He filed for the divorce. It was no argument. He gave her half of everything, made her a billionaire. At the time, he was worth, I don't know the numbers. I'm gonna say 4-5 billion. Gave her half. The numbers ain't right, so don't fact check me. They're not right. But now today, he worth damn near $200 billion after the divorce. And that divorce is less than 10 years old. He is worth damn near $200 billion. That's crazy to me. All of them have in common is that 1% mindset. They have that 1% mindset, and it's like they don't deviate from their structured way of living, their structured way of doing things. And it keeps propelling them to do heights every day. So I'm thinking, why can't we just adopt that mentality in our day-to-day lives, particularly in our relationship? Because everybody advocates marriage, but the majority of married people seem miserable. That bothers me. I'm married for the second time. And hell, I'm frustrated sometimes still right now. Just being honest. So like, what can we do to break the mold? And it just came to me, you gotta develop that 1% mindset. So with that being said, give me your take on the podcast.
Okay. This is what I think. This is my perspective.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, those men, they did do the right things. First of all.
Mm-hmm.
And even though whatever happened to cause the divorce, they still did the right thing. They was willing to do the right thing.
Right.
9 times out of 10, they was in the wrong. Okay, it happened. You know? And even if they wasn't in the wrong, sometimes people just fall apart and they fall out of love. Now, as far as relationships go, for one, we have too many people saying I do when they really don't. Let me tell you what I mean by that. You have a lot of people getting married for the wrong reason.
Oh, for sure.
I can't tell you how many people I've heard say, God told me not to marry her. Wow. And I did. They end up in divorce. Mm-hmm. I can't tell you how many women have said that. You know? And also, once you get married and get, in that committed union, trouble is going to come anyway, whether you're married or single, whatever you're doing. But when you're married, a lot of the problems come when the two stop walking together. One may stop walking all together, one may turn around. As long as you walk together, you can make it through a marriage. And somebody may be looking at me saying, why is she saying that she's not married? I was married before.
Right.
And just because I'm not married doesn't mean I know how to act in a marriage. I'm just not married. That's just not where God wants me to be at right now.
Right.
It doesn't mean I can't speak on it.
Let me ask you a question.
Most of my friends who are married and the ones who are not married, who are working their way toward marriage. Mm-hmm. And sometimes they call me about different things and, we talk, and a lot of the stuff don't be enough to throw the baby out with the water.
Gotcha.
I tell somebody, quit, look, I'm out here. This data pool is garbage.
You think the
You
dating
can,
pool is for real?
huh?
You think, I ain't mean to cut you off, but you think a dating pool is really garbage?
Dating pool is garbage.
Explain that to me.
Got a wife or a husband, and you can make it work. Make it work, because the dating pool is garbage.
I need you to break that down, Sabrina. Like, cause I get it. The dating pool, I get it. It's rough out here. Trust me, it's rough. You gotta
Mhm.
think. I came out of a 18-year marriage into this new age of doing things. Totally new age of doing things. So it was like I just got out of prison. You know how it is when you've been in prison 20 years and you come out wearing them damn silk shirts and them duck heads like it was back in the 90s. That's how I felt when I got back on the dating scene. Because everything's so different. Social media, camera phone, everything being video, way different. But it's a lot of eligible men and women out here that are gainfully employed, good looking. For the most part, they got a good moral compass. I think the mindset's fucked up more so than the dating pool itself. Is that the same thing or no?
That's the same thing.
Okay, well, I'm gonna be quiet then. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. You're good. We're just creating a dialogue. You're good. Yes,
Okay.
that's pretty much the same thing. You always have to remember everybody wasn't raised right.
You ain't lying about that.
How
Shit.
you always say old school or moral compass. A lot of people wasn't raised with morals.
What's
A
in
lot
your
of people were raised to only be money driven.
mm-hmm.
A lot of people wasn't raised with morals. A lot of people wasn't raised you could have both morals and money.
Yeah.
Some people think it's one or the other.
Yeah.
That's been proven, especially this week.
That's the truth. That's the truth. I agree with you on that.
Morals and money. Why you can't?
You're right about that. People think money is the root of all evil, but that ain't the scripture. The scripture says the love of money is the root of all evil. So how
It's
you
the
handle
love of money. Because the thing about it, like I tell anybody whenever they want to discuss money, tell me one thing you could do without it.
money is all things.
You cannot do nothing without money. You have to bills that take money. It costs to crank up your car. It costs to wake up with lights on. It costs to get up and take a hot shower. And if you're hot outside, it costs to take a cold shower. Everything costs. So
Money,
money is not the problem.
all money
When
answer
you
all.
make money your master, that's the problem.
I think you're absolutely correct. I think the lack of money is what messes us up too.
The what?
The lack of it.
Oh, the lack of money.
Yeah. I think the lack of it messes us up as well. So we just so
Elaborate on that.
yeah, when you ain't got it, you press to get it, and you end up trying to get it by any means necessary. So you 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 go against your moral compass. You go against what you've been taught. You go against how you've been raised. Because most poor people have great standards. These don't have a lot of income. They teach their kids a certain way of doing things, a certain way about going about getting things, hard work, dedication. But when you expose to all this fast life stuff and how social media is, it makes like it's easy to get $1 million. So some kids or some people, young or old, they feel like shit. I got to get that by any means necessary, and then they end up doing things they later regret, trying to get their lifestyle, and sometimes they never even get it.
That's true. They leave their dreams up to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
They let somebody else decide their dreams for them instead of them, decide having their own dreams, goals, ambition. They'll leave that up to somebody else because if you go out toward, run toward the person with the money, and if you're trying to do anything for the money, funding for the money, strange for the change,
Yeah.
that's how you line up in all type of situations. That's why I say money is, it's the love of it. It's not money itself, it's the love of it.
Money is a tool. Money is a tool. That's it. It's a
That's
resource. It's a currency. That's it. It's how we look at it. It's how we perceive it to be that messes us up as individuals.
Always. That's why I try to tell people all the time. When you do right, the blessings are going to chase you down. Money's going to run you down if you do right.
Money
Trust me, I know. I have to turn down
now.
10 minutes before you hit me up and ask me was I ready. I had to turn down an easy $260.
You turn it down? Why you turn it down?
Because I'm not going to work tonight. It was temporary. It was for a short time. But I'm just saying, when you do right, money is going to be the least of your worries.
I agree with that.
The money is going to run you down, but you have to do right.
Because what we fail to realize as humans, it's your mind. It's what you put into the atmosphere.
Right.
What is your word? What you put into the atmosphere creates your lifestyle.
Right.
You have to believe that and walk in. Majority of us don't. Most
it's just like for me, for instance, it's some things I keep going through that's trial and error that doesn't have nothing to do with money. It has something to do with the paperwork being right.
For sure.
Saying, but I don't let it stop me, deter me, get me down, date this person so I can get this amount of money because I know they wouldn't even look at the paperwork if I had this amount. No. I just keep going. I take the L's. I learn from them. I know what not to do next time. But everybody ain't like that.
Right. So check this out. One of the nuggets, because I rewatched the podcast once or twice, and I be impressed with myself. I ain't gonna lie. I be impressed with myself. I be talking that shit.
I bet I know what you're about to say.
What I'm
You're
about to say.
talk about social media.
You know it? You already know it.
Go ahead. I figured that's where you were going.
Yeah, because social media is probably the biggest distraction or the biggest, I ain't gonna say distraction, it's a distraction for sure, but it's the biggest facade guide next to the government. As far as how it governs how we live and how we move and how we do things. The government sets up everything we do through media, right? TV, radio, etc. And we take that as status quo and as a normal way of doing things. But a close second, if not first, and some people eyes, in the new millennials' eyes, it's probably the first, is social media. And they actually believe that the people we see, that we love, that we follow on social media is really living these lifestyles in real life. And I did too for a while. I'm not going to lie. A few years ago, I followed a certain group of people, and they had it going on. They was living good, showing you that you could do this, this, and that. And I was drinking the Kool-Aid. Not gonna lie, I was drinking the Kool-Aid. I was going to these goddamn conferences, all that. Not to realize, only to be heartbroken and to see that these guys were scammers, criminals, and just hustling us. That's how they get their money through selling us pipe dreams. The dreams can be achieved, but the way they got you thinking it's so easily achieved, that's what the scam come in at.
Right.
And they pull on our heartstrings and so they get the money. But they renting cars, renting homes, and guys think they living this lifestyle when they ain't.
Yeah, that's just like people who always have. I've seen things talking about the millionaire conference, the billionaire this, that. Well, how you gonna pay to go to a millionaire conference and nobody there is a millionaire? That's just like me trying to sell somebody a weight loss product. Do they see
that? I know plus size women that sell weight loss product ain't lost a pound.
That's what I'm saying. That's just something I ain't fit to do because my weight go up and down so much because of my hypothyroidism. You know what I'm saying? So That's just like me standing by your truck talking about I just got a trucking school. Ain't nobody seen me in no truck. So people have got to think for themselves. I'm serious. And I see so many people, I kid you not. Whatever is outside my scope, of practice, I don't touch it. I see some people got their hand in 10 different things. You trying to tell me God gave you 10 different things, baby?
Listen, I don't know where you get that from, but it's funny you said that because I know a young lady ain't got a liquor trucking experience, but she's selling courses on trucking. It's a hustle.
I'm just trying to tell you, social media itself, it's a good platform. It can be used for the good or for the bad. You get what I'm saying? I speak to some people one day, and I say, so you trying to tell me you all up in an uproar and you didn't even know you were comparing yourself to a filter? Come on now. Makes sense, baby. Baby, you have to love you, first of all. You don't like something about you, you change it. You work on that. Don't do it because the next person do it. And then you find out that's not even what it thought you were. That's not even what you thought it was.
Listen, if anybody who wear filters, they don't like what they see when they look in the mirror. That's what I feel like. If you use to enhance your beauty, you don't like what you see when you look in the mirror.
Yeah.
I think blemishes are beautiful. Some people ugly. Ain't no doubt about it. Some people ugly. Hell, I ain't everybody's cup of tea. People think I'm ugly, and it's cool. But I'm not gonna put no goddamn makeup and no filter on to enhance my beauty. I'm a handsome nigga. I gotta believe that before you can believe it, right? They don't believe it.
Yeah, social media is a bit, it's a bit out there. You have to use discernment. You have to use common sense. You have to use wisdom. I mean, I'm just not one of those people. You just cannot tell me anything. I'm not fixing to go for it. But you got some people who do.
Social media is creating delusional. Would you agree with that?
You say it's what?
It's creating delusional people.
I wouldn't use the word delusional.
Delulu.
You say it's creating delusional people.
Has created and is creating, yes. Delulu.
Now, are they picking up the delusional from somebody else who you feel may be delusional?
All the above. All
Mm.
the above. I mean, because you gotta.
That's why a person is not supposed to be on social media all the time. You're not supposed to be on social media. You're supposed to get social media a certain amount of your time. Don't get me wrong. I got some friends on there who are on there, they're getting that Facebook bonus and stuff. I can understand them, doing that outside of their real jobs. They have real careers as well.
For sure.
But when you get some people who's just strolling, them people, that's when depression sits in, anxiety sits in, because they're believing all of the stuff that they see. So I don't know if you would say they're creating delusional people or they're creating people who need to go out and do something with themselves.
What I'm talking about and what you're talking about is different. I get what you're saying. What you're saying, if I'm hearing you correctly, that type of person, they let social media comments affect them. And it could drive them to depression, it could drive them to suicide.
It's the constant strolling and not doing anything else with your life. Not taking a break, not getting off of there and moving forward. Remember you were talking about the 1%, the men,
right.
They don't seem to be coming down because they stay focused. Just like I told you last week. If I say I got something to do and it's important to me and I'm working on that, and I say don't call me until next Friday, if you call me before that, you're not going to get an answer. You can't lose focus. Some people get on Facebook and just lose it.
What I'm saying is the ones who live in the facade, the ones who enjoy creating the facade and have you think, I know a girl right now.
Girl, I see what you're saying. Okay, I see what you're saying. They're doing things like what the other so doing. I got you.
I didn't live in it. I know a young lady right now. I don't know her personally. However, I know of her. Being on social media in my circle. Beautiful, very attractive. She'll have you thinking she live in the, out there in Christina somewhere, big nice home, always taking trips. Guess where she live at? That motherfucker live in Brunel apartments. Blew my goddamn mind. Blew my mind. But every time you see,
Wait a minute. Now,
yeah,
what does she live got to do with her?
the facade.
No, you got to break that down because where she live don't have anything to do with her traveling.
Oh shit! Yes, it do. Yes, it do. 100%. 100%. Yes, it do. How you?
Crazy. No, it do not.
You can't live in public housing and taking trips to Dubai.
What makes you think all of the apartments in Brunel are public housing? All of them are not. A lot of them are market rent. Don't you know how high things have gotten?
That's not my point. But would
you don't know that girl's income? You don't know her income. She may be paying market rent.
So, well, this is what I'm saying, though. I'm not backing up what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Would you agree or disagree? Is Brunel considered or not considered a project?
I know back in the day it was.
Okay, so
what you gotta remember, Brunel got redid. We don't know what the criteria is now.
All of them redid, but Brunel, and you're right. We can argue that back and forth. I don't want nobody to come down on my neck because they live in Brunel. I'm not knocking Brunel. I will move in Brunel tomorrow. But what I'm saying is this: I'm not finna take no goddamn trip to Dubai, and I'm living in a place that's subject to get broken into. You know what I'm saying? Shit, some crazy shit can happen, man. Priorities ain't right.
Some people rather do that. Some people rather do that. I seen a meme one day.
Live in.
So stupid. I seen a meme one day. They were showing how a guy right here who don't have anything or anything going on, how he look versus a guy who got a lot.
Right.
The world is different, Hawk. It's not like we were raised. It's different.
And listen, I agree totally, but you mean to tell me that's not a priority issue, in your opinion?
I mean, I couldn't comfortably go to Dubai and my belongings out there. But that's just me.
That's just me too. That's all I'm saying. There's nothing wrong. Listen, I don't got no problem with humble beginnings. None whatsoever. But what I'm saying is this. You can if you want to, but you ain't finna be having on $8,000 outfits. That's what you want us to believe. Draping designer from head to toe, but you driving a Nissan Altima and you living where you living at. That don't add up. Logically, that don't make no sense. If it makes sense, that's a priority issue.
Yeah, but that's a lot. But Hawk, that's half of the world right now today.
They don't make it right. I'm calling it out. That's what I'm saying.
It doesn't. You're right.
I'm not finna. Me and my wife, I don't mean to put out there, but she love to travel too. And I told her, I said, listen, we gonna find.
But she could afford to travel.
Hey, listen, no, I'm calling everything out. I told her, I say, just because we can afford to go on trips here and there, what's the bigger picture? What's the bigger picture? We're gonna grind for 5 years so we can do these things for a lifetime without no stress. I'm not gonna be taking trips all over the goddamn world, all over the country, and then I come home to bullshit. No, this is what a lot of people do. That's a priority issue. I'm not doing that.
You got some people who do it. They love to do it. Now, I can honestly say for me, if I'm traveling, it's related to a dream of mine, a goal of mine, an invite to do something or something like that. Other than that, maybe every blue moon I'll go off with a friend for their birthday or something like that. But to go somewhere, now, how many times a year are you talking about? Because I know anybody should travel at least once a year.
This is what I'm saying. I'm not talking about you can't take a vacation. It's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
But you know, women love these girl trips. People take 4-5 times a year. No,
Yeah, so let me tell you, and this is not about your wife. You know, I don't know Tor on the business like that. I'm speaking women in general.
in general, yeah.
A lot of women wouldn't even be taking no girls trip if they ain't see it on social media.
That's true too.
Because it's a lot of people. Why you want to go on a trip and then come back on everybody and their mama?
Once again, social media waters down relationships.
Everybody's different. Like I'm going to tell you something that I've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense to me. It may not make sense to anybody else. Don't nobody else know what I do for other people. That's not their place to know. It's not their business to know. The people who I do for know. So I lost a lot of money last November. Some stuff had went on, and I didn't get a house. Okay. So I do like short-term leases. It could be 7 months, it could be 9 months because I keep trying. You get what I'm saying?
Sure.
But the thing is, just like I just found out 2 weeks ago, I thought I was ready. Come to find out, I wasn't ready. I couldn't do it because I'm thinking that because I do my own taxes. You know, I don't have a tax person. So that's why I say everything I'm finding out through trial and error. Right. So I know the amount of money that I made. I know how much I wrote off because I didn't want to pay in. I'm just not finding out that when you do a write-off, that money is not included. Duh. Right. But then I'm like, I was asking other people, they were like, it's not. I didn't even know that. I'm talking about real smart people too. They were like, we don't know that. You know, that's why I say I'm finding out through trial and error. But I don't owe nobody. Right. Ain't nobody running behind me for their money.
Priorities.
I got my own, my credit score is good. I don't feel like how a person would feel to be our age, the age we are. Some people may feel like it's too late. For me, I feel like it's just starting because I just stopped being legally blind 2 years ago. 2 years ago. I was legally blind over half of my life. There's a lot of stuff I couldn't do, a lot of stuff I didn't see. So right now, that's why I had to tell a guy one time, you always doing this and you doing that and you be busy and you this, that. Baby, you just don't understand what God had brought me to and where he brought me from. You know? So you got people who somebody may not understand that. They may say, oh, you finna move again? Yes, I didn't get the house. Baby, I ain't being no burden to my parents. I don't owe them nothing. I ain't being no burden to nobody else. If I can't help you, I most definitely will not hurt you.
This is what I'm saying though. Your priority is prioritized as aspiring to be a homeowner, having your own, being independent. That's great. So you're not going to jeopardize.
I gotta admit too, I was disobedient. Whatchamacallit told me in 2018. He told me, he said, Sabrina, if you don't get this house, you're gonna regret it. I was looking for something bigger because I want an adult family care home. That's one of my goals, one of my dreams. So I was like, I got time to find something. Guess what? It got real bad, real quick. And remember, every time I thought I was fit to get to a place, I would have to have an eye surgery. I had 5 emergency eye surgeries. On top of this, bills still rolling. Rent still $2,000. All these other bills still due. So I don't let nobody make me feel in a certain type of way because how's my credit still as high as it is? Many times I've been knocked down versus people who've been working nonstop forever and they still don't have nothing.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, you ain't the problem. You ain't the person we're talking about. You on the right track.
I'm giving you examples of how people may think, but I'm letting you know how everybody's priorities, they are not there.
Your priorities is on track, in my opinion. We're not talking about you. I'm talking about the ones who create the facade and live in it. I'm talking about them. I ain't talking about nobody but them. Yeah. We find when we get up. You still persevering. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the ones who create the facade. You know how many times I went on social media and just hit the love, hit the heart, and inbox a young lady, take out for want to meet her up, take her for a cup of coffee and see how she really living. Took all my hearts back. You bullshitting me out here. You tricking niggas, man.
So dumb.
You create the facade and you live in it and you want to drink the Kool-Aid. No, that ain't cool. That ain't cool.
I always tell you people have got to live in their truth. They have to.
That's not real no more. Truth ain't real no more. Facade is real now.
Truth will always be real.
To who? Perception is reality.
For people.
It's not a lot of truthful people out here no more. People are creating a facade and living in it. Listen, man. People get dolled up in their DH Gate designer, and they take these beautiful photo shoots, and they come home to their homes that need all type of work done. They come home to that pretty looking car with all the dummy lights on the dashboard. Oh man, like keep it a buck.
But that's because people want to impress somebody. If you really don't care what another person think about you or feel about you, why would you be putting all your business out there like that?
1% don't do that. That's my whole point.
They don't. They don't. They don't.
The 1% never deviates from the game plan. First of all, I'm gonna say this: most of us don't have a game plan. First of all, to deviate from. Right. We just out shooting from the hip. I see a fine female, lips, hips, fingers, tips. Oh, I'm thinking the obvious, right? I don't got no plan for my future with this woman, nothing. I just want to make some babies and have take care of them. That's it. No plan to deviate from. The 1% create a plan first. What the Bible say? You big in the scripture. Write the vision, make it plain. What other scripture say?
If you fail to plan, your plans will fail.
For real. A plan is a roadmap, something that you can see while you run it. I'm still on track. What do the other scriptures say? Faith without works is what?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
I ain't never on all these podcasts when you be carrying on so bad. I ain't never seen you use so much scripture. I'm so proud of you.
You know, I'm a preacher, right?
I'm so proud of you.
Preach the gospel, Brenda. You know that? It's still in me too. It's still in me. That residue still on me.
Thank you, Lord.
Hey, want me to grab my ear? Huh?
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
What I'm saying though, yeah, like you got to have something to go by. The majority of us don't got nothing to go by. Yeah. We just try to do good for a bunch of people who really don't care about you no way.
You trying to impress a bunch of people who don't even care either way.
Either way.
They don't care either way. Somebody wanted to take me out for coffee the other morning. I said, baby, I don't mean no harm, but I don't work 80 hours this week. I'm good. I just want to take a hot shower and lay down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what, I'm just like that. When I got time to do certain things, but I'm such a homebody. I love to read. I love to write. There's certain things I like to do. I don't even have to go out anywhere.
I'm with that.
I learn how to date myself. I'm not one of those single, unsatisfied people. I'm not one of them. Because like marriage ain't gonna make you happy, and being single should make you mad.
Happiness comes from within.
Exactly. That's why a lot of people be talking about, I just want somebody. I want somebody to complete me. Nobody will never complete you. A person may compliment you. You need to be completed when somebody finds you.
A person will compliment you. I'm an asset.
You gotta That's just like all these people you're talking about right now. Mm-hmm. They're seeking validation from people who aren't even valid themselves.
Exactly. We live in the facade. We create the facade and live in it. The 1%, they practice what they preach.
They practice what they preach and they don't do all that.
Right. The 1% ain't impressing nobody. They got the game plan right.
And the 1% can care less what you think about them.
They got the boundaries on. They're not looking. They ain't looking. They can
care less what you think, how you feel. Business is business. Keep it moving.
Yeah. They got the game plan. This is the game plan. That's all I care about is completing the game plan. They head down, they plowing, they get into it. They ain't trying to impress nobody. They ain't trying to say, look what I got, look what I've accomplished. You're just gonna look at one day, and the 1% gonna own everything, gonna own your goddamn ass pretty much. Feel me?
Because you'll be surprised how many people be jealous of another person's struggle. They think these people got all this and all that, but them people don't do nothing but prioritize. Mind their own business, take care of their own bills, go to work, and don't be studying nothing. And somebody somewhere, them people could be struggling, but they trust God and they're going to keep getting up, waking up, and showing up. Versus somebody else who just want to have a pity party, don't want to grow, don't want to be accountable.
Shit.
Some people jealous of a struggle.
Hey, 1% ain't struggling. It's a process. It's all how you see things. They just going through a process. They ain't struggling. They just going through a process. They see the end from the beginning. Feel me? They see the end from the beginning. Like the 1%. This is what I love the most. This is what I struggle with personally. They don't let their emotions lead them.
You can't.
They lead by logic. That's it. If anything or anybody gets in the way of the vision, they have to wait.
Right. That's why some people think that the 1%ers don't care. No, those people care. They just ain't got time to be so emotional and just stay there and stay stuck. No, okay, I understand that. God bless you. You know, it is what it is. Take care of yourself. A person know when that's like a person know when I'm finished communicating with them, because I always end with you take care of yourself. They know it's over. Ain't no talking, ain't no nothing. Because I'm not going to deviate from what I'm doing. No, I'm not in the 1% yet. But how you treat people on the way up there determines you staying up there. Because see, what God put you, you stay. What man put you, you fall.
Let me correct you. You are part of the 1% if you got the mindset. That's how you manifest the reality of it. It starts in the mind. You feel me? So don't ever say that.
The money part, but yeah, you're right too.
Don't ever say that. It starts up here first. It all starts with vision. The 1%, I think I just don't let their emotions rule them. That's important. That's important. In a relationship,
other than the two that you named, why you think so many 1%ers are not even married? They ain't got time for their drama or their foolishness.
The 1%ers are married. They are married.
No, not all of them. Not all of them.
The other 1% are married.
Not all of them.
The majority.
No, it's not.
Girl, I can give you facts and statistics.
Go ahead. Okay. Well, I won't say 1%ers. I'll say successful people. A lot of successful people are not married.
People now. There are more successful millionaires who are married than who are single. Your wife is an asset. Your husband is an asset. You need that person to get you to the next step.
It all depends. Some are married liability, knowing their liability. That's why when it's time for them to part ways, they give them what they want to give them and go on. Everybody ain't married assets. A lot of people marry liabilities from the gate and they know this.
My 1%ers then. You ain't talking about 1%. Bezos and Jordan, they wasn't always 1%ers. They was groomed to that.
Yeah, so that's why they went ahead and gave them what they gave them, because them two were big time cheaters too. So they knew it was the right thing to do.
You missing the point. Jeff Bezos.
I just want to throw that in there. Why it was so easy and so smooth and so easy to get to them. Yeah, they deserve that.
Started Amazon out of his garage, and it started with an audio book, and that shit failed. It took him 20 years to get this shit right, and then he learned from his mistakes. Michael Jordan, the same thing. He wasn't the best in high school.
And you see what I'm saying? You see how you just said took him 20 years?
Yeah.
So that's why I would not be mad at myself about 2 years. It takes time.
Stay with me, girl. Stay with me. Stay with me. When they got the form, when they cracked that code, that's why nothing can distract them. You know what the best distraction is to a person with a vision? Another great idea. You know what the best distraction is for a beautiful marriage? another fine ass nigga or another fine ass female. Tell me
Come
I'm
on
lying.
back. Come on back in, Pastor.
Tell me I'm lying. Distraction ain't always bad. It's just bad for the vision. You get what I'm saying? And 1% don't allow that shit to deviate them. When that man see that his wife is no longer, for whatever reason, they're no longer on the same page, he ain't bad as I. He gave a half. He argued. Said, what we gonna do? Fuck the prenup, take half. I'm on a mission. I'm going somewhere. Nothing's gonna stop me. He kept ascending. MJ. Now, from what I understand, Michael Jordan was gonna try to be mean, but shit, they had a conversation. She had the man kid. He said she can get what she wants. He gave her one.
He was gonna try to be mean.
He was gonna try to be, the typical marital. When you get divorced, they number the lawsuit, you get sued. A marriage is a contract. A divorce is a breach of contract. You get sued. So he was trying to do typical shit to protect his assets. But he seen in Juanita. He seen the value in Juanita. He said she can have whatever she wants. And that didn't stop.
Oh.
Huh?
He knew it was his fault.
It don't matter. We ain't talking about who fault it is. We talking about where we're going, the 1% mindset. And I'm gonna say this too. Jeff Bezos, you say was a cheater. Michael Jordan, I know my boy not. I know Michael Jordan slander. But guess what?
Jeff Bezos, he that's what we have been going with all the time. But hey, look, ain't nobody perfect. I can care less. We just talking about the 1%ers.
Sticking to this plan. You know what I'm talking about? All I'm saying is this here. All the bad they did ain't stopped nothing.
Right.
Because their minds, they stayed open. And so I'm led to believe no matter where we fall off at, as long as our mindset stay on the prize, you can't be stopped either.
I don't care if you fall 89 times, you better get back up 90.
I was going to say something, but I think it's inappropriate, so I ain't going to say it.
I don't care. If you fall 89 times, you better get back up 90. Ain't a lot of times ain't nobody stopping you but you.
That's 100% of the time. Ain't not a lot of times, all the time. You your own worst enemy. You your own worst critic.
You just got to learn to get you out of the way.
That's it. That's it. I've been saying this all show tonight. People rather live in the facade than really put that work in. We want something for nothing, but the 1%ers work for everything they got. And they never took nothing personal. If there was a way that they can get over on you, they would do it as long as it's in their line of work. They didn't care. It's just business to them. We try to be holding so this and so that, and we get screwed all the time. No, stick to the plan. But we don't even plan. We want to live in the facade. I don't got no problem wearing designer clothes, this and that. I don't got no problem wearing fake designer. To be honest with you, I don't. But if I got my fake designer on, I'm not going to tell you it's authentic. I'm going to say, well, this shit come from KHK. It look good on.
You haven't seen anybody doing that.
What? You say what?
You haven't seen anybody do that.
Do what? Tell the truth about their fake stuff? I have not. You're right.
No, you haven't seen anybody say that it was real when it wasn't.
Are you serious? You got a straight.
How did that conversation even come about?
It depends on who it is.
Okay.
Who it is. If you're a man if you're a person of means, ain't nobody ain't gonna question you if you got on a stainless steel chain or not. But if you work at Circle K and you got on a Gucci belt and you got on a Cuban link, who believe that shit? You work at Circle K. You see what I'm saying?
But what the store have anything to do with the clothes, huh?
How the hell you can afford it?
He ain't got no Circle K at his house.
Sabrina, stay with me now. Stay with me now. If you work full time at Circle K, how can you afford to buy a herringbone? I mean, Cuban link.
Oh, you were saying work there. I thought you meant just going to the store.
No, work there. Like you, we Negroes. Negroes got to look good at all times. I don't care if you work at McDonald's, Circle K, fast. We're gonna look good at all times. You making $200 a week, we wearing $250 J. You see what I'm saying? For artists, all fucked up.
Yeah, I get you.
If you
I
put on
got
a
that.
and you work at McDonald's, is that believable?
That's what they do.
That's why we don't believe the shit. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Got to put the work in like the 1%. The 1% is always working. They always working. They never deviate from the plan. We want to take vacation. We want to be laid up. The 1%, you don't see them in Dubai. They got a business in Dubai.
And you don't see them doing things, extracurricular things that keep them from waking up late, missing meetings.
Right. Even if they do, they're gonna get up on time anyway. They're not deviating from the plan.
That's true.
They stick to the script.
They do.
Most of us don't have a script to stick to. We just out here shooting from the hip. But I can't stand people, male and female. I can't stand no dude that call himself a king, call himself an alpha male, but all he got is a PlayStation, calling his mama name, ain't got no real luggage, looking for somewhere to stay. But you want a woman, a Proverbs 31 woman. Nigga, get out of here.
Yeah, because I always tell people when they be talking about, I want me a Proverbs 31 woman. Are you ready to be an Ephesians 5:25 man? Are you one? Can you be what you're asking for? We got to always go back to that.
Oh, I'm on y'all ass too. I can't stand no woman who want a man to protect and provide the PP, want a PP nigga, but don't want to listen to nobody. Don't want nobody to tell them nothing, but you want somebody to take care of your goddamn man. But I can't tell you nothing. I can't lead you to the corner store, but I gotta take care of you. Get the hell out of my face, man. Y'all want a nigga to make $2 million a week. You want him to be a street nigga and a pastor. Like y'all got this idea in your head. It's crazy. Nobody can live up to it.
You know where they got them certain ideas from?
I'm listening.
Because it's a lot of holy hoes, Pentecostal pimps, and freaky preachers. That's where they get that type of stuff from. And the first thing, that's why a lot of people ain't using wisdom and discernment when they decide who they are going to follow. Ain't no way I will follow somebody who I've heard people say some of the darnest things. But the main thing when somebody say, I don't care what nobody think about me, the words say you should. You should care what people think about you. How you gonna follow somebody who say, I don't care what people think about me? Especially when you in all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful. So that's why they want the thug/pastor. Because of what a lot of the pastors and preachers and women are doing. I'm a single woman. I've been a visitor at churches and see how people act. If anybody really know me and they'll tell you, I don't even do the church hug. I shake people's hand. You get what I'm saying? Because I know how to carry myself as a single woman. But when you find single women cutting their eyes at you and carrying on, because that pulpit be slaying everybody out there. And now they wondering, well, who this is coming? Who she coming for? God, but you ain't got to worry about me coming back.
Listen. The 1% got their blinders on. They don't see number under them.
Exactly.
The rest of us, we use our vision.
Exactly.
We see fine my way. We see how somebody do over here. And we're easily persuaded through conversation, through like me, the way to my heart is my stomach. I ain't gonna lie to you. You can cook, I may fold. My wife can cook.
I can cook. That don't mean I'm cranking my stove up for no man.
My wife can cook. I folded like a lawn chair. I'm just saying, like, it's certain things you easily get off track for. And you
Yeah.
got your blinders on, you can't see that shit. To get distracted.
Right.
1% keep them on. They
That's
stay
true.
in, they stay in the race. They stay in the race.
They do.
We get tired.
Life goes on. That's the mindset they have. Like, I mean, it happened. I'm sorry. I love you. Take care of yourself.
And
That's
listen,
all. Take care of yourself.
we need to adopt the 1% mindset in every
Right.
phase of our life. But most importantly, I'm focused on developing quality relationships because
Right.
I don't give a damn what we say. I don't give a damn how we say it. We need each other. It was made for companionship of some sort. People ain't meant to be alone. People are meant to have companionship of some sort. And if marriage is the highest form, make it a happy marriage, make it a loving marriage, make it a marriage that you want to wake up to every day. Not, I fell in love with you, but then 2 years later, I can't stand your black ass, and you're going to be this way for 30 years? I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm doing it. I said Jeff do us part for the second time. The first time I had no control over her. My first wife decided that she wanted to go. I told her she deserved to be happy, even if it ain't with me. She showed that and she peeled on my ass. I fucked up. This time, I love my girl. Let her get on some bullshit. Get the fuck on down. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I'm too old to be stressed the fuck out. I'm finna be happy. I'm finna enjoy myself. I don't require much either. I don't require much either. Shit, I'm enjoying myself.
That's what I tell people. If it don't work, hey, y'all just want to be happy. Don't have to be with me. Just go be happy. Because I know I'm not for everybody.
Right.
I could see something in 10 days somebody couldn't see in 10 years. So I know I'm not for everybody.
Sure. And a person of who got a vision, a person of standard, a person who has a wholesome, a healthy moral compass, they don't tolerate no bullshit. So they look at it in a negative light because they don't go for the bullshit like everybody else do. I think most of our friends ain't shit. Let me tell you why. Most of our friends ain't shit because we'll sit up, most of us, I don't do the shit, but most of us, most of our friends will sit up and let you complain and hear where you wrong at and say, yeah, child, you know you're right. Knowing your motherfucking ass wrong. Instead
No,
of calling
it might be your friends. Me and my friends don't do that. We call each other out on stuff. We don't do that.
the majority don't. The masses
Like,
don't.
be right.
The masses don't. I was where I am. I used to be like, yeah, but she tripping. No, he was the one tripping. Yeah, I wasn't shit either one time. Now I don't let my homeboys. They gonna do what they want to do.
I can see it.
They not gonna come to me and think I'm a co-sign the BS because I'm not.
Right.
I too much to co-sign the bull job.
Remember
But
I told you how guys used to tell me I was bullheaded back in the day? And I said, no, I'm not bullheaded. I just picked up the bull. You know what I'm saying? It's not bullheaded. I just picked up your bull, the other, yeah. So,
did you
I
say the
mean,
same bullshit?
huh?
Did you say the same bullshit?
Did I used to say it? Yeah, I
I said,
used to say it.
I said, are you too saved to say bullshit?
I just prefer not to talk like that.
Okay,
I ain't telling you. I just prefer not to talk like that. I don't get nothing out of speaking like that. That's the old man. I don't get nothing out of speaking like the old man.
because
I don't get nothing out of speaking or acting like the old man.
I cuss when I free. And God
I ain't
stands to my
talking about you. Baby, I'm just, next. What's next? What's the next topic? Come on here. Move it along.
Sabrina. Putting it right there. God answered the cussing preacher prayer. Putting it right there. But I'm gonna say this before we go. The 1% are strategic, the
Right.
1% are disciplined, The
Right?
one are laser focused, and the 1% don't let nothing or nobody get in their way. Not even the love of their life.
So you
Stop them.
cannot ever let emotions decide. You can't live off emotions.
That's the if people can conquer that, we'll go so much further in life.
Yeah.
So we're gonna end it right there for this week's episode of My Perspective Podcast. He said, she said edition with your boy Big Hope and our resident guest, Miss Sabrina Durr. Until next week, we love y'all.
Y'all have a
Peace.
good weekend.